more about living in the time of the coronavirus. It feels like an epidemic. Another shooting death of a black man by a cop, this time in Atlanta outside of Wendy's. Immediate protest, they torched the restaurant, marched and chanted, seeking justice. The officer who shot the man was fired and the police chief vacated her position. This is deadly, bad business, and I think it's reaching the point where the power structure, already led by blacks in many cities, is going to have to cave into demands, no matter how ridiculous they appear to be. It would be appeasement, yes, but it would also be a recognition that something is very wrong. What exactly that something is might be debatable, but some reaction is required. The officer in Atlanta and the chief, they may not have been to blame, but they had to go. The shooting was a complicated situation, but the end result could not be tolerated, could not be endured. It feels like an epidemic. I'm thinking about the trumpet, and I'm wondering if he is the right man for the job. His job was to make America great again. The job now, I think, is to make America whole again. For many perilous reasons, we are not all in this together. We are the house divided. I have said that the trumpet is impatient. He is also erratic. He can bounce around from one thing to another, and it can be hard to follow him. Right now, he is going around saying that he has been the best president for black people since Abraham Lincoln. Even if that were true and demonstrable, it sounds all wrong and is especially intemperate and undesirable at this time. Again, and this time I'll say it in caps, this is a strange time. When his people are asked about him saying such things, they cringe. This is a job that must be done right now, and I do wonder if the trumpet is the man for the job. Fate, history, says he is. A friend of mine just had surgery to remove a lesion on the side of his nose. The surgeon made several slices around the main incision, about the size of a fingertip, and was able to gently draw skin over the cut, sew it in place, and cover any sign of invasion. There are brilliant performers in every profession, and of the professions, politics is especially tricky. And the trumpet has always proudly proclaimed that he is no politician. We may need one now, someone who is capable of bringing wildly diverse sides together. He also showed signs, for the first time, of physical incapacity. If he continues to be aggressive and abrasive, he is going to inflame the trouble he is trying to resolve. The governors will invoke states' rights and say, "Get him the hell out of my state. We'll take care of this. He's only making things worse." Yeah, I know, that's just another model. I was thinking of one yesterday, Frank Capra's movie, It's a Wonderful Life. In it, he attempts to prove that a person's life does indeed matter. It's uplifting, no question, but I don't believe life works that way. Maybe it did back in small-town America. We may matter, for a time, to a few, but life is all about change and impermanence. I would say it depends on your perspective. Up close, here and now, you can argue that a person's life matters. Big picture, long haul, we are dust in the wind, if that. These terrible events in Minneapolis and Atlanta, this focus is sharply on the intensely personal, the immediate here and now. In that specific context, lives matter. Death puts a spotlight on life. So, lives matter. What exactly does that mean? Does it lead directly to arson and looting? In a sense, if the frustration is great enough, say 200 or 300 years of getting your ass kicked, shot, and murdered, I can see frantic, lawless action as a reasonable response, unfortunately. Again, look at what we did to the Indians. Why would anyone ever believe what we have to say? So, another black man is shot and killed by another cop. Forget the details. Fuck the details. Shove the details up somebody's ass. Burn that store. Burn anything you can. And get to work on that list of demands. That is what happens when you are ruled by your feelings, or, as the field mouse would have it, your passions.